All right, welcome back to the channel, guys. We are here at Barber. I have an extraordinarily special treat for us, for the channel, for everyone today, because we have Tom Tether from Matsumoto, and he is a gentleman that sold me the Moto 3, but not only that, he actually is spending the whole weekend with us, and he brought some very, very special machines with us. So today it's gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna do a walk around of all three bikes so that Tom can just educate us and inform us what makes them special. So thank you so much for being here, Tom.
Oh, thanks for having us over.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess we'll just start with this beauty here. If you can just help us understand the history of the bike and kind of just walk us, just show us around.
Sure, sure. This is a Ducati TT2, 1983. This was the first version of the belt drive Ducatis. Prior to this, they were bevel driven. And so this was Tagliani's design in 82, and this was in 83. And they were the Formula 2 bike. Of the era.
Okay.
So this would be the second class bike, the smaller bikes.
So the equivalent of the modern Moto 2.
Yes, so we've got a 30-year gap between the two. We have Formula 2 in 83, and we have Formula 2 basically in 2022.
Amazing.
It's a 650cc air-cooled 2-valve twin, carbureted on a trellis frame. The frame is reportedly the same size as a TZ250. So it's a really tiny frame, very light and nimble.
Yeah.
And
do you know the specs, how much it weighs around?
Yeah, these are about 290, 295 pounds.
Sub 300 pounds. Yeah. That's incredible.
Yeah. That's a monoshock design.
Yeah. Is there anything particular, if you say, the kind of the interesting features of this era of machine that really greatly differs from our motorcycles today? Like what would be the thing that stands out?
Everything's a little bit less beefy. For example, the forks are 35 millimeter Marzocchi magnesium forks. And so they're very thin diameter. When you get more speed and more power in a bike, they're not as stiff as they need to be compared to a modern bike.
Right.
That we have over here.
Much beefier. And in the tires, obviously you're not running 30-year-old tires. What type of tires and wheels do you have to modify the wheels, or is it the same wheel set? And
this is the original wheel sets that they would have used in the era. It's 18-inch Campagnola magnesium wheels.
Campagnola?
Yeah.
Like the cycling company?
Like the cycling company.
The cycling company.
Same company.
That's crazy. That's cool. Yeah. Okay.
And the tires are limited what you can get. We're running Continentals currently.
Okay.
Bridgestones are available now. Dunlop's no longer making them. They had a fire in their factory in England, and the tools for making the vintage tires are gone. So we're left with two bike manufacturers, two tire manufacturers.
Could you educate us about the cockpit area here? Just like what are we seeing when we're looking at this?
There you go.
Kind of show us the what is all this?
This is a classic vintage type cockpit, so to speak. You've got your triple tree. It's adjustable. Your master cylinder reservoirs, throttle over here.
Right.
Start button.
The start
on-off switch.
That's so
and a tachometer, and that's really all they had. They didn't have any data going back. Some of the bikes had oil temperature gauges or water gauges for the radiator. This doesn't have a radiator.
Right.
But they're very, very minimal.
Right. And the form factor is minimal.
Yeah, hop on.
Incredibly sleek. Okay.
Yeah, it's made for you to be part with the bike.
Yeah. The seating position. It's a formula bike.
Yeah, it's
incredible. Yeah, it's literally like a rectangle almost right here, the shape itself, but it feels kind of natural actually. It doesn't feel too different. It's still a motorcycle at the end of the day. Can we talk a little bit about the tank and the fuel? Like what type of fuel does it run?
This is an aluminum Harris tank, and it runs VP Fuels C12, which is 110 octane lightly leaded racing fuel.
Wow, okay.
So they're high compression motors. It's only 650 cc's. They put out about 70 horsepower, 75 horsepower.
Got it. And it's carbureted.
Carbureted,
so you just play with the jetting to get it to run.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Does it take a lot of work to get it just right?
It does take a master to do it right.
Right.
And that I am not, but that's where the power is made, proper jetting and set up.
Right. And then, so is it easy to find someone to help you set something up like this, to tune something like this?
Yes and no. More and more, most motorcycle shops are used to fuel injection, and so they don't really have the experience of a racing carbureted bike.
Got it.
But there are shops nationally that can do this. There's Malcolm Tunstall Sid Cycles in Tampa. St. Pete is it's kind of the go-to place in the southeast, and then Motocourse Performance in Fort Lauderdale.
Right. And then and Tom, you raced this.
This I haven't
you
specifically.
track?
I've tracked this, but I
tracked
haven't
this?
raced it in a series yet. This is why we're shaking it out this weekend.
Yeah, for the ARMA series,
Yes, sir.
the historic series. That's incredible, guys. So there's this. This is my first time at Barber, and I learned that this is one of the circuits for the ARMA series, and I just find it incredible that they're still being raced today. Like it's a museum piece. Like if you just go to the museum, I'm sure there's one of these in there.
Yes,
and
there
you
is.
just roll it out and race it. It's just unbelievable. It's amazing. It's amazing. And like just there's a beauty to this era of machine. And then the paint, the color, it's classic, it's timeless, absolutely stunning. Anything else you want to, like, I guess over here you have a dry clutch.
Dry clutch, yeah, classic Ducati dry clutch.
And this is the belt system?
The belt
that you're
system,
talking about?
yes sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your mono shock, case ventilator.
Oh, that's,
Yeah.
it's literally a tube.
Yeah, literally a tube.
Yeah.
Open carbs.
Oh, wow.
And oil cooling lines up front.
Yeah. Just beautiful, beautiful. And it's impeccable. The whole thing is just impeccable. It's amazing. This whole trellis system here is so simple.
Yeah, purpose built, simple.
Yeah. Yeah.
Built like a Ferrari, the same kind of trellis frame design.
Yeah. It's beautiful. Anything else you want to point out?
Oh, there's lots we could talk about. I mean, everything from the shape of the grips,
yeah,
the 15-degree drops. We're running modern mast and cylinders on here for safety purposes.
I see.
We did try the vintage correct ones. They weren't as reliable, and it's not worth taking the risk.
Right. It's probably hard to find parts for that too.
Yeah. They are dated, so it's not safe.
So there's light modifications to make it more track worthy today.
Safe, yeah. For safe purposes.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Very cool. Any other kind of like you would say like interesting tidbit of this type of bike, this type of era? Machine?
Well, this is the bike that Tony Rudder won the Isle of Man on. You know, This isn't the bike, but that's what he won, I think, 2 years in a row, actually.
Okay, so they raced road circuits, too?
Yeah, back in the day, they raced these on GP circuits and road circuits.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Wow, that is incredible.
And this particular is a Moultrie Ducati, Moultrie TT2, which is Werner Moultrie was a Swiss man who made this particular frame.
Right.
Verlicki had factory problems in '82. I think they had a fire or something, and so they used the jig for Verlicki frames, and Moultrie made them, and then Werner Kaiser brought this into Germany, and then he had a team that he ran them.
That's amazing. Can we hear you start it up?
Sure.
Heck yeah. Okay, I need to get back for this. This you guys have to. This is a treat. This is a true treat. Wait, what did you do there?
That's the battery. You got to plug it in.
Yes, plug in the battery. Okay. Put in your earplugs. That's the other really important part of the sequence. That is insane. I used to think my RC80 was the coolest sounding bike in the paddock. It is no longer the coolest bike in the paddock by a long shot. That is like, you turn it on, literally all of us just turn and we're like, holy shit, like that's not possible. It's incredible. Yeah, that sound alone, oh my God.
That's worth it right there.
That sound alone, yeah. So let's wrap up there. If you guys have any questions at all about Ducatis, vintage Ducatis, Tom is extremely knowledgeable about it. If you're interested in any of these types of bikes, please reach out to Tom Tether. I'll put the information below at Matsumoto GP Motorbikes. Yep. And then Tom and his colleague friend Juan Pe in Spain have these incredible relationships with various teams around, and they're able to get these amazing machines. So reach out to him if you have any questions or have any interest in these bikes. So thank you so much. We're gonna do another part of this video, and we're gonna do the other bikes as well. So this one will be it for now, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.
Awesome.
Okay.